Welcome to a Rome 2 Total War 3 versus 3 tournament. The siege towers are moving forwards, the rams are in position. It's a big one. If you want to take part in future events like this, check out the OBG Discord, linked down below. We are spectating today as the defenders, and playing in red here, I believe we have the Nabateans. Am I right there? Yes, Nabatian Heavy Archers, good. I like it when they've got the name of a faction in the unit. It makes it so much easier. These guys are being played by Hermes. Then we have Macedon, who I believe, have they done a bit blue? Yes, they've got to be blue, right? Yeah, surely. In blue we have Macedon. No, sorry, this is Syracuse. I've got two notes of two different battles up. Next battle, the video after this is Macedon, sorry about that. Alright, in blue we've got Syracuse, controlled by Fight Me. Nabateans are red, controlled by Hermes. Fight Me is blue as Syracuse. Then we've got Nova Carthage, so Carthage or Nova, not regular Carthage, Hannibal's or the Barcid Carthage, being played by Gurkenheld, and they are defending today. On the attacking side, we have the Republic of Rome, a faction we rarely see in these sieges. Oh, these poor archers. They just cannot get through. Yep, so Republican Rome here is being played by Mr. Romantic. They're already in the city, actually. The Nabateans are having to flee. They're going to capture the tower with this very cheap plebs unit, so that's a good start for them. They're not really taking any losses here because these units are so worthless that it doesn't matter either way. Over here we have the Nervii in yellowy colour, being played by Berry, and Hella Fantastic is playing as the Spartans. And there we go. Those are the 6 players of today. In this 3 versus 3 siege, the tower is now theirs. They're going to make more breaches in the walls, but I don't really know if it's necessary, because they're going to get set up quite nicely in the city anyway, so I don't know how much they need that. The defenders have pulled back to the river. Looking at this map here, this is not a good place to defend. The best place to defend is here, because you can attack from this way, you can attack from this way, and you can attack from this way. The attacker, I think, needs to push through the bridge route. If they attack this way, they'll get hit by the towers. But if this side is looking weak, it might actually work out for them. Actually, if you're going to attack this way, put a unit up on the walls, bring them round here, and then capture the tower. Actually, maybe not if they've got a unit here themselves, but you get the idea. Push this way as the attacker, not this way. And try to avoid this middle centre here, or you will get flanked from all sides. I think the attacker also needs to, yes, make a breach here, push into the city here, to scare back these 2 units across the bridge, and to quickly neutralise that tower. Yeah, these guys are having to retreat now, because if a breach is made here, units can come in through the city here, units can come in here, and they can flank them, so they're going to have to retreat from this. Here's a quick tactical map, if that's what anyone wants to see. But yeah, you can actually see this circle in the middle thing that I'm talking about. Although they don't have that many troops here. So, in reality, it might not actually be that bad if the attackers were to be in this bit here. The plebeians have engaged. What are these? The mob? The plebeians versus the mob. Great battle, epic. They're retaking that tower. But yeah, once the actual Romans get in here, like the Hastati and stuff, then they should retake the tower for themselves. Yeah, that's right, scare them back, arrow fire coming in and hitting them. These are actually the Nervii. So they've neutralised the tower. You need to capture the tower. Yep, there we go. And these archers here are not going to do anything. Like, shooting arrows at Roman Hastati, what's the point? Their shields are just so good. Yeah, and even in turtle formation as well, even stronger. They don't even need to be turtle formation, to be honest. These Nabateans could hit them in the flank though, and oh, that's bad for the Hastati. But they sort of maintained their formation, but now they're facing the side. Now the archers need to fire. Either way the Nabateans get flanked, and oh, they turned around just in time, putting their shields up. So they just blocked those arrows, then they charge back in, and then when the next round of arrows come, then their shields face forwards again. Oh, that was Very well played. Who is Ram there? Mr. Romantic. Yeah, that was like perfect timing there. Ooh, ballista shot came flying through. Do the attackers have a ballista? No, so that's for defenders. Where did that... Oh, yeah, here it is. The rock seemed far bigger than what was fired there. It's like it felt like a massive rock, a massive boulder hit them, but no, it was just a dart. Oh, maybe it was this. Maybe it was a bit of friendly fire. That would make a lot more sense. It felt like one of these had almost hit them. Got the Roman general here. And then the rocks fly into the city. Boom, getting some good hits in there. Into the missile units, which are not that important to hit with the ballistas, really. Like, if you're gonna use something that heavy, you don't want to hit heavy infantry. Make every shot count. A big, like, boulder landing here would be beautiful, but no, sadly they have cover. This is a lot of troops here. This is where most of their army is, held back in reserve, which to some extent I do like. I like it when players have units in reserve. Too many players just throw everything in too early. Or have everything visible too early, I should say. And I don't think that's a play. I've already talked about this settlement design being horrible, by the way. You can quite easily walk in here, walk round here. You're in the city. You could possibly rope down there, climb down the tree, but if not, you can come round here. You can jump across this boulder. Like, you can be fine, or you can just slide your way down. I think you'll be able to quite easily survive that unharmed. And then suddenly you're here in the city, and then yeah, you're in the city. Stupid design. Of course you can't do that in the game, but the idea is in real life. That's a stupid design. Anything I can say about these boulders? Could you make it through here in real life? I think if I was the attacker, I'd have to have some more defences round here, because it is a weak point. The defenders are trying to fire their arrows in, but yeah, they're not going to do much. Romans, very good at countering missiles. They are pushing this way, but they're actually scaring the invasions off. This is actually really good for the attackers then, because they're easily going to capture the tower here. Minimal losses, they scare the defenders off. So that's going to work very nicely in their favour, and that gives them a really good foothold here. So this trap that I mentioned earlier, it's not a trap anymore. Now it's a front line, which the Romans with their infantry will probably win. I think they could do with some more units on the walls though. A big push over here could really open up a big part of the settlement, and they don't have that many troops there to defend. You'd also kill a general as well. But I don't know. I don't know if I would do that as the attacker. Ooh, I've just ate a big meal, by the way. My stomach is a bit bleh. You know, don't record after eating. That's my advice. Don't record after eating, or you will be unwell. But unfortunately, due to my schedule, I don't have a choice. Ooh, my stomach. Oh, it was a very nice beef meal though, like a beef stew sort of thing. Ooh, but it's not good for the heart. Especially when you've got recording to do after. It's like swimming. Don't do it after eating. You got to wait a certain amount of hours first. So they're pulling out now. They're bringing units back and forth, throwing them in. Actually, the usual strategy, so they don't get tired. But actually, these Principes getting butchered. Really, they've lost over 100 of them. Only killed 50. I'd have thought the Principes would have been a lot stronger on this. Then again, they only have access to early units, don't they? As Republic and Rome. And yeah, they routed, wow. Not what I expected. Yeah, whereas these are more like heavy, late era type of units. Ooh. Right, so the Spartans are pushing into the river. Syracuse's generals there. Quite close. Could get an lucky kill maybe early on. And over here they're just holding their defensive formation. As you can see there. Yeah, most of the push is happening here, as I expected. But the defenders, I'd have thought they'd have had a better hold on this area. That's very odd that they just abandoned this bit so easily. So many troops in reserve there. To be honest, the attackers have the same. A lot of troops in reserve. Are they going to try a flanking manoeuvre coming out of the city? I don't think they would. I don't think they should. but you never know. It would make it interesting at least. I thought I saw some units breaking. Nope. The front line seems to be holding for now. Yeah, it's just a line of infantry at this point. I can't zoom in too much because I like to see everything that's going on, but I think we can afford a little zoom in here. Who's fighting this? So we've got the Nabateans in here, fighting the Nervii. Ooh, yes, right in the stomach there. These guys are having to pull out the Carthaginians for Libyan infantry. Which is weird how they've got Libyan infantry given it's Carthago Nova. Like the Iberian part of Carthage, but okay. Libyan infantry, sure. And then the Spartans are here as well, looking really cool. They're ready to charge in, facing off against the Syracusans. I wouldn't want to be one of these. Syracusans here, seeing Spartans on the high ground, I'm stuck in the water with no retreat. Spartan shields there. Oh, that'll be terrifying. And then you've got Romans behind them as well. Some Prinky Bez there. I love the shields. Roman shields are the best shields. Although, do I prefer them in Rome Total War and Rome Remastered, where they're all the same colour, a bit more uniform, a bit shinier. And I think I do prefer the shinier shields. These might be more historical, but the shiny shields are, you know, there's something nostalgic, something cool about them. You know, realism struggles to be nostalgic. There, that's a quote. You got a good quote from me today. Realism fails to be nostalgic. Ah, that's going on my gravestone. Okay, interesting. Syracuse is now pushing forwards out of the river against the Romans, those brave Syracusians, but it does open themselves up to be flanked on this side by the Spartans, and they're fighting uphill as well. I don't think they're going to win this. I think they are going to get butchered here, especially once reinforcements come in to clear them out. It's like the Principes unit is weak, or they've been hit by a load of missiles there. Yeah, as you can see here. If they die in a perfect straight line, that's a sign it's missiles. The Nervii are here, getting shot at in the side. Syracuse pushed up with this unit as well to hold this area, but they're not doing anything yet. Nothing they can do. If they go in there, then the Romans will just flank them. They're basically watching this unit. That's their job. Watch them. Don't let them flank around. Oh, those Spartan shields are beautiful. Like, how far away can you see these shields from? About here. Oh, a Spartan unit breaking. The Spartan youths. Imagine all those years sleeping on a thorned bed to train as a tough Spartan youth, and you break from this battle with 112 men still in your squad. That would be pathetic. They're still fighting for the bridge, slowly trying to cut through. This tower does have a shot, which is interesting. If I was the... Nah, I don't think I'd worry about that too much as the defender, because you've got cheap archers here. It's like, if a tower's shooting at them, it's not too bad. Still nothing happening on that side. Oh, around here, it's all here. At this boulder, basically. And I think those original Syracusians got destroyed. The Roman Principes held out, with help of reinforcements, obviously. Actually, I think the Principes unit broke. But, yeah, other units came in to help out. The Carthaginians pushing for this unit. A very odd move. I think they're going to get butchered. Yeah, they're just too outnumbered. Like, who wins in a fight? One-on-one, like this, in formation. Romans or Carthaginians? Obviously it's the Romans. Whoa, yeah, just flipping over the shield. Nice. Come on, kill him, kill him. Ooh. They've got 3 on that one Carthaginian there. He's doing well. Oh, but he eventually got taken out. Looks like he lost an eye as well. The next one steps in his place. The Roman must be actually quite merciful there. But they're all gonna get killed, I think. There's no chance they can win this. Is there a difference historically between red shields and yellow shields? Like, is that an actual historical thing, is what I mean? Does it show like someone's... I don't know. Ooh, javelins coming in. someone's class, someone's status, someone's role. I don't think it means anything. But it is at least historical that some would have yellow shields and some red shields. Could you therefore have Romans in blue, orange, white, black shields? Now, why is it just red and yellow? Like, I was about to say like a bumblebee, but no, bumblebees are black and yellow. Like a bleeding, suffering bumblebee. Yeah, we'll go with that. The peelers coming in. We got some shots in the backs there of the Carthaginians, but most of them hit the shields of this unit, the Libyan spearmen. Are all generals still alive? I believe so. I can't imagine anyone's lost a general this early. Yeah, it seems they're all alive. Yeah. Still nothing happening on this front over here. It's all in this little square, this little circle, whatever you want to call it. No one's moving on the flank. There's a lot less infantry here though now. Still quite a lot. About 6 units worth, but I swear there were a lot more earlier. Balance of power still 50-50. But there's still loads of infantry just completely hidden here for the defenders. Whereas the attackers, all of theirs, are pretty much on the front and visible. Actually, there's a lot of Nervii just outside of the settlement waiting. Yeah, once the Nervii get in here, then they're going to still be pretty fresh. Oh, a unit broke for the defenders. Let's take a bet. Who's going to win this? Balance of power is even. I think it's safe to say it's a very even fight right now. A part of me is leaning towards the attackers because they've already taken this tower here, which means that, you know, this part here is more secure. I'm going to say the attackers. Yeah. Because I've seen these players before. Mr. Romantic, Berry has won a tournament before as a 1v1. Hella Fantastic I've seen play before. Whereas on the other side, I've never seen Hermes fight. I've seen Fight Me Fight, and I think he did well. I've seen Gertrude Held fight like once, but I'm more familiar with the other players and their fighting style. Which means absolutely nothing really. Knowing that I've seen this team more doesn't mean that team is better, but you know, their proven experience does mean something if I was to place a bet on it. But ultimately I don't know. This could be literally anybody. It is 50-50 right now. Nice, fair and even. This Roman unit's gonna break. Yeah, these Principes are not gonna hold out. The Spartans are still fighting here. Syracuse still has their general in this. Still alive, but it's taken quite a beating. This is the problem with Greek on Greek warfare though, it's just a bit too slow. Like now they're starting to move in. But you get the idea, it's very defensive. Shield, spear, just poke up for the best. Whereas the combat over here, Carthaginians versus the Nervii, it's a lot more getting in there, risking your own life to try and get that kill. You don't have to, as a hoplite, necessarily risk your own life when you go for a hit. Mostly because of how big your shield is. And your spear is long range as well. Right, we're pushing through onto the next one, onto the Carthaginians now. More arrow fire coming in, those archers are gonna break. And then these Carthaginians are gonna be alone, allowing the attackers to take the bridge. And from there, they can attack all of these archers. However, reinforcements can keep pouring in, so the attackers might think they're making progress, but in reality, they've still got a long way to go. Oops, what am I clicking on there? Trying to get onto the tactical map. There we are. So yeah, as you can see, there's really not much happening right now. It's just a fight in this little circle here. And whoever comes out on top of this might probably win the game. It's difficult to tell. I'd like to see more strategy. I'd like to see something happen here. This could be a big decider. If the attackers push through, take out these units, then we can flank round here. They push with these units as well, get all of these units surrounded. That could make it interesting, that could win it for them. But if they make this push and they lose, then the defenders in yellow can push this way and start to either push this way or maybe push and retake these towers here and start to surround them. So yeah, it's beneficial to push, but only if you take it. There's always that risk you might become overextended, which you have to be careful of. So many bodies on the bridge, and so many bodies in the water as well. Like, just look at that there. You can see them from so far away, just a pile of bodies. The Spartans still pushing against the Nabateans here and Syracuse. Everyone's fighting for this bit of land here, although I think the attackers have the high ground advantage. Still not much happening on this side, it's all over here. The bridge, again, not much happening. Both sides just trying to hold out. Forget Three Kingdoms heroes. This is what we need. Our Spartans joined in. Surely the Syracusean has to die. The tower's shooting him as well. There's another Spartan here. Another Spartan. Oh, I've actually fought a 1v4 like this. Although I had a spare. Trust me, it's oh, he's dead. It's very difficult fighting 4 shielded guys on your own when all you've got is a spear. Not even a sword, not even a shield at all. You just got 1 spare and that's it. Still nothing happening on this side. Lots of arrows pouring in. Syracuse will break here, and then the Spartans and the Nervii can push, but then it's just another unit to deal with the potential for more reinforcements to come. But the defenders are running out, I think, of reserves here. I'd have my cavalry a bit further forwards, I think, to help out with the morale. Just to keep your units fighting, even if it's only like a 5% boost, keeping them fighting 5% longer on all your units could actually win the entire battle, potentially. They're starting to push across the bridge now, forcing their Principes across. Arrow fire's doing a lot of damage to those swordsmen. The general for Syracuse is still alive and fighting here, fighting these Spartans still. That's been going on for like, how long now? I don't even know how long. Principes holding here. Syracuse having to pull back, bring some more fresh troops in. Some nice fighting going on. Still nothing on this side. But troops are starting to move away from here for the defenders to the centre. The attackers, they don't have to do that. They've not had to move any of these troops yet. So now might actually be the time to get on this wall, to take this tower, force that guy there to retreat, and then start pushing down this way and start flanking them on the side, fighting onto this bridge as well. Then the defender will have to pull troops away from the centre to defend this side, and then the centre will collapse. That's what I would do. But maybe they don't even need to do that. Maybe they're confident they're going to win it anyway. Charging their infantry in here. Syracuse, their generals here. You've got a nice fresh Principes unit pretty much here, ready to get involved. With more Spartans here as well. Has anybody lost a general yet? Nah, doesn't seem like it. No, everyone's general is alive still. The Nabateans have their general here near the front. Yeah, the defenders, their generals are in a little bit more danger though. The attackers seem to be fine. They don't have to throw their generals in yet. Which does make me think the attackers will probably win it. And balance of power is starting to tick in favour of the attackers as well. It's about 40% in favour of the defenders, 60% in favour of the attackers. And yeah, if you view it on the tactical map, that makes sense. The attackers just have so many more reserves. By the looks of things, fresh infantry that haven't got into combat yet. Whereas a lot of the so-called reserves for the defenders are archers, they're melee units. And it's just one guy here watching this entire flank. He could quite easily get overrun. Which I'm surprised the attackers are not doing yet. They could quite easily take out that guy and make a big push over here. And that would really mess up the defenders. But maybe they're just so confident at this point, it doesn't really matter. Syracuse bringing more men in, but the Romans still have ammunition on the Sauce Extraordinale, getting more of their javelins in. Syracuse throwing in their final infantry units. Their general is completely surrounded now because they've pushed through the bridge so much that they can just push down here. Their general's going to get cut down. Syracuse is really the only faction left for the defenders in this. Oh, and I guess Carthage. But my point is they have the better infantry. But their general could die any minute now, which will cause a massive collapse for them and the defenders. Once Syracuse loses their general, and it's going to happen soon, the defender's position will collapse. Novations bringing their cavalry in. Quick look here. Tactical mode. It doesn't look too bad all of a sudden for the defenders. But I don't think they're going to pull it back. General dead for Syracuse. And that's it. Their infantry now on this front is not going to hold anywhere near as well. The Romans will eventually push through. Interesting they're pulling troops out of that side there to push for the middle. Maybe they're a bit more desperate than we thought. But then again, at the same time, things look so good for them. The Carthaginian general back there, he's all safe and everything. Have the attackers lost any generals yet? No, they've been very safe with their generals. I think, yeah, they've got one all the way back here outside of the city. The other one's here, again, in a very safe position. I can't see the Spartan general. Here we are. Right, he's a bit more on the front, but he's still not even been touched. And he's got 15 kills. The bridge is still in control of the attackers, the archers are moving forwards. 2 minutes 30 seconds left. I think this battle is pretty much done. I think the attackers have it. So, yeah, well done to them. I doubt it's going to turn around anytime soon. The Novations having to charge in their general now. Syracuse just cannot hold out now that their general's dead. So yeah, we see the front line collapse now. They're taking the river. Carthage. Have they done a charge in their general or not? There we go. They're charged in straight for the hoplites. What else can they do at this point? Their general's about to get cut down to the final 25 bodyguards. Yeah, and everybody routes here for the defenders. The attackers push through. They've got a cav unit this way, the Novatian cavalry, but if that can't pull off a miracle, if this cav unit does not kill off all the generals in one charge, then it's over. No, I don't think they're going to do it. Well played to the attackers there. That was an impressive push. Ooh, I do want to quickly check though. Look at all those bodies in the river. That's where most of the fighting happened. And of course the bridge as well. A beautiful Picasso. Yeah, like 99% of the combat was in this little circle. I called it from the start. So we got the Novations here, nothing standing out too much. Yeah, we got more losses than kills. Same with Syracuse as well. Again, nothing really stands out. And for Gurkenheld and the the Carthaginians, sorry. 117 kills on the Slinger, that's not bad. 200 kills there, but again, more losses than kills. Republican Rome, in blue for some reason, that annoys me, should be red. 120 kills, 214. They absorbed a lot of ammo, but they didn't get many kills, I don't think. Berry, as for Nervii, did very well. Hardly any losses, but a load of kills. But nothing really stands out, it's more just even across the board. And then the Spartans here, yeah, the Spartans themselves did very well, but the Slingers actually did well as well, and the Archers. But yeah, the Spartan youths, they're kind of disappointing. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Remember, check out the OBG Discord linked down below, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.